What is up, guys? Welcome back. Evan Aldo here. I hope you guys are doing fabulous on this Sunday afternoon. What's up, Johnny M? 3,200 ETH. Before we get, I think we'll hit 3,200 ETH at least before we get the next significant pullback, which would probably be, I don't know, sometime in August, so within the month. I think there's a good chance. What's up, Wonderbar? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, appreciate you guys. So yeah, this is up a little bit on its ETH pair at least, so that could be a foreshadowing of some alt movement. Some alt movement. You look at Cardano, just a few of these that I think are going to get, hopefully within the next month, 3-4 weeks, a jump up to, $1.15. I think is going to be big on Cardano. Polygon, I think may come back from the depths of hell a little bit. So yeah. So yeah, that jump right there, I think could be a decent. I mean, I would say probably best case scenario, you would hit that. I mean, I'm just curious what you would do. 75%. That is a lot. That is a lot. So you'd need a strong showing. I mean, that would probably be if ETH can get up to 4,000 within the next 4 weeks, which, I mean, it can. It definitely can if you kind of, follow this trajectory. I mean, it would be very impressive. You know what I mean? It would be essentially the same as this right there. Can it do it? Yes. Will it? I don't know. I mean, that would equate to like beginning of August, which is where I think we would probably see our next pullback. That's probably where we would see our next pullback. So there's potential. There's potential. Oh, I'm showing you guys like the wrong trade here. The ETH one's good. I got quite a few, and if you guys are interested in trading, check out BloFin. You get 20% of your fees for life only with my link. I don't think you could find that anywhere else. Same thing on BYDFI. So check it out. There's some really good deposit bonuses as well, trading bonuses on both of those. So check it out. And yeah, if you're interested. And if you deposit at least $100 on either of those, let me know. Open a support ticket in the Aldo Empire VIP Discord, and I'll give you one free month there. Got Nightshade in there. I got a lot of really good people in there. So yeah. And yeah, I just remembered something I have to do. Jewel from DeFi. What's the ticker on that? Sign Andres. HBAR, I think, back up to 40 cents potentially. I think you're going to see definitely some movement here. I think you're definitely going to see some movement. I just want to look at others. And I think that's, if your average altcoin can do 30-40% in the next month, that would be stupendous. And I think that if your average altcoin could do 30-40% in the next month, I don't see why ETH can't do 30 or 40% in the next month. So let's see if, I'm just curious, like ETH coming up to 4,000, let's say, and what can Bitcoin do? Let's say Bitcoin, I would hope it would lag behind at least a little bit. Let's say it comes up to, it'd probably come up to 129, 130. That's what I would kind of guess. So Bitcoin at 129, 130, ETH at 4,000. I want to see what that ETH Bitcoin evaluation is on my calculator here. So let's say ETH 4,000 divided by 130. 0.03. So you're back up to 0.03, which still would be kind of low here, but maybe it goes up a little bit more. Maybe Bitcoin stays sideways, 120 or something, and we really see some alts ride. I think that's possible too. So it's an important thing to realize here. Polygon versus Bitcoin. Big things are showing, are printing, I guess. Green, Heikin-Ashi on your weekly. You probably, there's some potential here. And I just wanted to look at others versus BTC. That's starting to fight back a little bit. It's taking its damn time. You're kind of in the depths of hell right here, and now you're starting to see a little bit of better things. I don't know, like up to these points or whatever. And yeah. A jump there. So I think there's some potential here, definitely. Um, and, you know, I mean, it is the weekend. It is a Sunday. It's going to be tough to say. The thing I remember I was telling you guys about, so we look at, you know, more short-term in ETH, and I was telling you guys, you know, maybe you'd come down a little bit, but the thing is, like, you're in that uptrend, so especially during the weekend, like a lot of times it comes down a little bit, and then it breaks upwards some more. So maybe 3,100, you know, within a few days here, maybe even tomorrow. So we'll see. And then hopefully that 3,200 is the big kind of place. And I think, if you're looking at trying to erase pain here, you know, you really, to erase the most pain, like average, if you're buying within, you know, at any point in 24 or beginning of 25, I mean, 3,500 would erase a hell of a lot of pain for a lot of people. Really 4,000 is what we want, but once you get up to 4,000, like that's the thing too that trying to trick a lot of people, including me. I mean, you were at like 4,000 here, and then you just fell off a cliff. But I mean, you know what I mean? You were looking like you really wanted to freaking get up to new all-time highs, and just nope, not at all, not yet. Um, mm, I think Solana can make a new all-time high. It's going to be not the easiest thing to predict, but I think that you can get back up to 2.8. Yeah, I mean, well, 240. Well, probably higher. You know, I think you can do something along these lines. I think the next month, maybe. I think this may be a really freaking good month. This July, like 260. You know, that kind of area, and into mid-August potentially, maybe a little bit sooner. You know, hopefully 240 or something. What was the? Oh, yeah, the 240. There will be some reaction from that 240. I'll tell you that much. I don't know how much it will be, but there will probably be a reaction from that 240, and then from there upward into end of year, I think you can get to that 400 or what. So that's potential. That's potential there. Sol ETH. I think ETH will outperform Sol for a bit, for a couple more months. So yeah. AVAX. So. That's another one that I think can do something here. Hopefully you break upward to 32. That would be nice. I mean, obviously, yeah, 55. It's not, it's lagged behind, but yeah, 42. We'll see what happens. I mean, these could jump quick. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. These can jump quick. Crow has jumped. And then your technical target, well, next general target would be around 15, 16 cents or something, maybe all the way up to 18. So that would be pretty good. That would be pretty good if you can get, up to those areas. So yeah, what do I think of Syrup? It sounds like a crappy meme coin, but we could take a look. Maple. I don't know. I don't think that this is going to be something that I'll do too well long term, but excuse me, next 6 months, who knows? Let's get Moodang. I know that jumped up a bit, but then ever since the jump, and that's just hasn't had the caliber. Yeah. I mean, you had those jumps there, then he came all the way back. I don't know if this has got the caliber to continue forward, but yeah. So yeah, guys, and I'll show you guys some of the trades right here. Doing pretty well on this account. Get another one open on BloFin as well. BloFin and both Bybit, 20% of your fees for life. Check out the pinned chat for BloFin. Some good deposit bonuses as well. No KYC in either of them. So we post a lot of really good swing, or I post a lot of really good swing setups. We got Nightshade post day scalp setups too. He might be busy with some stuff, or will be busy with some stuff going forward, but you still get a lot of stuff from me and KMac. KMac has some good stuff too. So check out the Discord if you guys are interested. And yeah, I mean, when you look at Europe, let's make something. I don't know, crypto. Yeah, doesn't care. Yeah, I mean, it's is what it is. I don't know. I mean, I would kind of think that. I would kind of think the tariff stuff shouldn't bother us too much. This is coming up, which is kind of cool. Getting a little jump there. So I mean, 5,000 very low still, you know, compared to what the highs were on some of these. I'm just like curious about like CryptoPunks and all that. I mean, you're down. You're at 45 ETH. Your all-time high was what 120. You're only down a little over 50%. Your ETH pair is 65. And then if you compare that to like something like Mutant Apes, yeah, I mean 95. So Punk's got a potential there, and I think that the thing too is like when you look at like Ordi, you know, anything for you know, kind of the artsy crap, you know, this should jump up a bit. And so, you know, let's say the average NFT follows this. That's 100% upward if you can get up to that $18 mark. So 100% upward, you're looking at, I don't know, 10K Mutant Ape or something, which not too shabby. You know what I mean? Not too shabby. This is the token for Mutant Ape Yacht Club. Dilly down around. I think this should jump upward. I mean, if you can break upward from this area, and this is going to be, you know, I mean, it's about 100% upward, 120% upward. So, I mean, I think I bought mine at like 12K, 5K right now. So, I'll take breaking even for now. Although I'm not planning on selling it just yet, but more into the Q4 probably. So, yeah. Rent 8.2. We looked at ADA, right? Yeah, we looked at ADA. Injective. All right, so let's look at, this looks good too, ApeCoin. Let's look at INJ. I think this should jump up to 21. I think this could fight back a bit, yeah. People have been asking me about Render. It got delisted. Is it the same? Why did this get delisted? Anybody know what the hell happened with this? Why can't you trade this no more anywhere? Yeah, there's something weird with this. I don't know. Why is... Yeah. The My Ladies. Yeah, those are more the new ones. I don't know. I mean, I think Render can jump back up to like $10. You know, that's what I'd be looking at for Render. Hopefully $10. Maybe even by September or something. October. I don't know. I think Render could do something here. Swee's probably jumping up a little bit. Yeah, I wanted to... This probably shows my ignorance, but I'll ask anyway. Is there a way to like view what coins have had the most trading volume? Like in terms of... oh yeah, here we go. Yeah. It's, yeah, I knew you could do that. It's not something I look at very often. Oh, that's for the NFTs, yeah. But I want to look at it. I want to look at it for coins. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't here. That's it. Oh, no. Yeah, no, it does. It does. Interesting. So it's Tether. Wow, what has had the least? Yeah, all stuff nobody's ever heard of. Oh, KuCoin coin. KuCoin coin. But yeah, 24-hour volume. Obviously, Bitcoin, yeah, it's kind of what you'd expect. Solana. So, I mean... I don't know what the hell that is. That's a stable coin, yeah. Doge, surprisingly. Okay, I wouldn't even have thought of. But I mean, kind of, these coins with the more trading volume are generally the best things. For y'all day traders like myself, for swing traders like myself, these things are generally the best ones to do that in. Had a good XRP trade that did really well. Yeah, that was in the Discord. I try to post, as much as I can for you guys there. And yeah, I mean, the Solana... If we look at the Solana potential here, yeah, I mean, it's, how would we try to trade this? If I was to try to trade Solana right now, there, something like that, you could try, not too conservative, not too liberal, you know what I mean? Something like that, moderate. But yeah. Probably want to actually, yeah, that area. HNT. What? Yeah. By October? I would hope for. I mean, it's hard to exactly say, but I would hope for something of this nature. $7 by October by there. I would hope for a nice jump up, back up to these kind of areas, and hopefully into. I mean, I guess there's potential for new all-time highs into quarter four. So I think there's some potential here. I think what was the one that this probably went to freaking 0.5, 0.5, but yeah, that one went way down or whatever. Yeah. Down, yeah, that area. Now you're starting to jump. Then if you had the plan, you got this, but I think they discontinued that or whatever. Let's see, hyper liquid and bit tensor with a look. I know about hype. People have been talking about that hyper liquid. Yeah, I mean, it's a new one, right? Yeah, that's the. I don't know. Yeah, oh no, not that. Yeah, well, kind of new. It just keeps going up. Yeah. And it probably will, get back up to these points, maybe 84 eventually, into maybe early August, you hit 84 or something. Probably will continue to do well. What's up, Alex? Are you talking about Tau? Yeah, this one. That area. Yeah, this probably, this is an interesting one. I mean, probably at least get back up to 700 at some point, yeah. The Discord is the first link, Coops, it's the first link in the description. You should be able to get it there. AXL and ENA. I know about AXL. Don't know about that other one. That looks pretty good. I mean, I kind of was doing this trajectory there a while ago when I mapped this out, but yeah, that looks pretty good there. And I think it should continue to jump, hopefully getting back up to 85 cents, and then we'll reevaluate. I think there's potential there. ENA, Athena, whatever, yeah, that area, the same thing. I mean, I think there's potential to get back up to that area, same amount of cents or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, it's good. That's what I would say. Probably a lot of these I think a lot of money is gonna go into crypto. That's what I'll say. And this one's still. Some of these have still gotten destroyed. 82% down on Theta. I mean, Polygon got destroyed. I mean, a lot of stuff got destroyed. I want to see what else has been. What else people have been trading. Let's look at Doge. Okay. Forgot that was one of the most traded. I wouldn't have guessed. Well, you would kind of guess, but I feel like it's almost better. Let's actually look at this in Coinbase chart. I feel like it's almost better. Yeah, you're going from 21 full bubble pop pat. Yeah, rejection from that high. So the thing on Doge, how would I go about trying to trade this big area there? I would do something along 9 there or something, and then that's a damn good risk reward ratio. I'd probably be more conservative though. I would go to 2 to 1. I would try something like that for Doge. Good trading volume, so I think there's potential. Early August, you may get your kind of answer with that. So yeah, PayPay. I don't really have interest in Pay. Stellar could be. I mean, a lot of trading volume, but AVAX even. So I mean, a lot of these. Official Trump is that. Ooh. Let's look at Trump quickly, and then let's look at. It hasn't done much, but maybe it jumps back, doubles or something here, back up to this area, 15 or whatever. Still hasn't done too much. I wanted to look at, what was it? Oh yeah, Chainlink I like. Chainlink is one I want to, yeah. You got a good shot at 22, and then you kind of, 22, I mean, 22 to 28, you're kind of back in business because your old all-time high 51, you're approaching it. So there's the case to be made for a new all-time high by end of year. Definitely a case to be made here for that. Not saying it's going to happen, but it could happen. Anything can happen. No, I'm just kidding. But almost anything could happen. Yeah, I mean, Aave could be a sleeper. I don't know. I don't really feel like looking at that right now, but Tron. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, hype could. I think you might be right, MICE. Yeah. I think Tron will get up to these areas pretty easily. I mean, Tron has big use case. It's the cheapest, fastest, or whatever the hell, you know. Yeah. Hmm. That's coming down. That yeah, TLT versus gold. I mean, that generally bleeds. Just curious about gold. That I feel like should come down, but maybe it won't. I don't know. Maybe it jumps up higher here. That's where it gets interesting. Yeah. Good SPY. Hmm. ETH Bitcoin too. Yeah, that's a big point there. You just might be able to get there into the. You might be able to get there by end of sometime in August. Anyway, I'm trying to think what else I want to look at the moment. Oops. But yeah, let me know. I know somebody asked about the Discord. Let me. It should be if it's first link in description. If it doesn't work, let me know. It should work. Um, Aave. I just don't feel like looking at Aave. You know what I mean? There could be something happening with the Polkadot. There could be something finally happening a little bit with Polkadot. 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 Bull div on the month weekly. It should come up. I would hope for at least a 650 to a 960. That's what I would hope for. So yeah. What was I gonna say here? Okay, so that was dot. What else was I gonna look at? WorldCoin. That one people were kind of. I talked to some smart people that were into that one. I mean, somebody was telling me to buy it around here, and I mean, it came up and then it fell off a cliff. But you know, it should come. I could see something doing something with. What am I saying? I could see something. Short-term leverage trades. I mean, it depends how. Depending on anywhere from a couple hours or a couple minutes to a couple days to really a month. You know, there's a big range. For a swing trade, it could be anywhere from a few days to a few weeks. For a day trade, anywhere from, I don't know, 15 minutes to an hour to a whole couple days. And then, you know, for a scalp trade, anywhere from a few minutes to, you know, a few hours, I guess. But I do think this may do something. I think this may do something. Algorand, Farcoin. Yeah, that's stuff. Yeah. Filecoin's been one that's really fallen off a damn cliff. I'll tell you that much. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, for that weekly, like there's some potentials or whatever. But yeah, well, welcome, Coops. Appreciate you, Coops. There's some potentials here. Hmm. Market cap. Yeah, that's obviously by market cap. And then what's been up the most? Meme core. Hedera. Okay, yeah. Cronus has been up 30% the past, 24 hours. But let's take a look at that. Pengu. Because it's like the ape coin of Pudgies. Yeah. That fell off a damn cliff and then hit. Yeah, because you'd be... Man, if you got in at the... I mean, let's just see what this... Down 90... Perhaps 4 or 5x. So yeah, 700 per... Wow. I was just curious. Let's look at the average. Like, what's Pudgy's itself up? What's Pudgy's, like... How are they doing themselves? So, I mean, yeah, you had your... Wow, December 24, 32 ETH, and you're at 13. So you're still down a lot, but you're... what am I doing here? There. Still down a lot, but you're fighting back, yeah. I did not do Algorand. Let's take a look at Algo. It's a good one to look at, I think. That's finally doing a little something. Finally. After decades of waiting, nah. But, making higher lows, so I think it's pretty good here. I mean, I think you're going to get back up to these areas, like 46 cents at least. Hopefully by sometime in August, and then continuing forward, hopefully. We could look at both those. I just wanted to look at VeChain a little bit. That's a big point too. That probably should jump back up to like 5 cents at some point. Celestia. I don't know if, yeah, it's going to fall off a cliff beyond falling off a cliff. It should be able to come up a little bit, but I don't know if I'd be the most optimistic on something like Celestia. PayPay. Now let's look at PayPay. I think this can come up a bit more. We'll see what happens. I feel like this is kind of over to a certain extent. Well, it's just the... Oh, cool. It's just the first link in the description below. It says Discord. So, but if you don't look at the description, but yeah. Tesla, I think too. I saw CryptoFace's post. He took a Waymo. I know that Waymo is owned by Google, right? But anything self-driving cars, yeah, I think you'll do well for the next 4 or 5 years probably. I mean, what's Tesla's trajectory? I would guess for past next into end of decade or whatnot. It could do. I would guess 600 to 900 by the end of the decade probably. Especially with the self-driving. And yeah, I would guess that, I guess that's a kind of a big thing there. So yeah. Maybe more. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of... Could be more extended. If you really wanted to extend until, something like that. And if you can get a 3x, that's the thing too. Let's look at Tesla. Bitcoin doesn't really... It's kind of more on the choppy side. It's bled against Bitcoin. It's probably out. Does this normally outperform Bitcoin in the bear market years? Let's see. Yeah, yeah, not performance better. Yeah, right there. 19 at the in between, but yeah. Mm. A quick swing trade is swing trade more or not? Swing trade doesn't mean quick though. You could get it right though. Where's your take profit? Could reject him here. I don't know if I would take that trade personally. It is a Sunday. It's a riskier one, but So yeah. Mm. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it depends what you want to do. I know you're really risk heavy, but I feel like when you're more ballsy when you do stuff with things like Joe Coin, well, you might do better than if you're just really, non-risk averse with leverage trading because like being very non-risk averse with leverage trading is a big way to get eaten up. Being non-risk averse with meme coins is also a huge way to get eaten up, but I feel like it's a little bit, different. I don't know. I feel like there's you know, some good differences or something. I don't know. But yeah. Hmm. Pentoshi just posted, yeah, 3,200 ETH this week is on the table. I think he's right. I think it's going to be this week, yeah. I mean, it could be more delayed, but I think it'll probably be. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at, like, just Twitter in general. Well, let's see if Pentoshi posted anything. Anything else? Tribune July. Yeah, that area, 3,200, yeah. Ave. Yeah. Probably back up to those highs. And then XRP too, yeah. Bigger predators in that game. Bigger predators and futures probably. Because the meme coins, you don't need predators to get ripped up. You know what I mean? They don't need no predator. But yeah, higher low there. Hmm. Thinking here. That area right there. Hmm. And there. Yeah, now it's getting to a point where we're just looking at the same stuff, more than once. But, it's good to look at things more than once sometimes. But no, I think, that 32 is going to be big. If we can jump there for ETH, that's going to be big. And then, I mean, theoretically, for a major altcoin season, you would want to hit a new all-time high for ETH in like September, and then have kind of that trickle down to the alts, and the alts keep going, and then, I think we got some time to go. Some time to go here. That's what I will say. Bitcoin dominance, I think, is done. I think you're finally kind of gonna break downward after a long, long time. And maybe doing something like this. So yeah. And I think monetary policy too. I mean, the rumor is Jerome's going to resign. I don't know if we'll actually see that, but even if he does, they'll cut rates, but nothing crazy. It's still going to be probably get a cut in September, and then cut in December. So yeah. And then if we look at, I don't know, triple Q or whatnot, well, our futures, they're not open yet, but look at the ES, nice new all-time high there. Decent area. It looks like you'll hold this and continue forward into probably the end of the year. Maybe a tax season sell-off, probably at least October, I would guess. I don't know if you're going to keep going like that. Probably more like this, That was a V-shaped recovery and a half. I'll tell you that much. I mean, that was how much money came into this. I mean, that's up 30%. Is a lot. Yeah. There's volatility here. So yeah. It's like a Bitcoin SPY. I mean, it looks like Bitcoin US dollar usually, but still hasn't quite made a new all-time high against the SPY. Yeah, not quite. I think it will though. Probably get up to that area there. Yeah. I mean, just the main strategy, like, when it does towards the end of the year, convert the Bitcoin over to the SPY, and then if you can get back into Bitcoin, you essentially double your Bitcoin or more. If you could go down half on its SPY evaluation, like, you doubled your Bitcoin, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, I think MICE, I think that's a responsible thing. Kind of responsible thing. I think that's more why there's uncertainty about September now. So I mean, I guess you could be if you're paused all damn year and then you finally cut in January or something. I don't think that's going to happen. But if it does, or December, that probably would mark the end of your crypto bull run. Things would come down after the cut or whatever as the economy weakens or something. Could be wrong, but that's just a guess there. So yeah, and. Well, it's more like let's fact check that post. No, ETH is generally outperforming others still. I mean, it's a little bit slightly there, but no, we're generally, like, when does this keep coming up against others? I mean, probably at least until the next red dot trigger wave on that 2 week. But this can outperform others probably for a few more months until that September cut, most likely. So yeah. And I mean, it's just kind of just waiting to kind of generally see. I mean, I think the Doge trade kind of made sense there a little bit. It is Doge, but be careful with that. But yeah. Anyway, guys, if you guys are interested in trading 20% only with my link, I don't think you can find that anywhere else. 20% off your fees for life with BloFin and with BYDFI. A lot of good trading opportunities. If you want some good setups and all that, good TA, check out the premium Discord. The link is down below. Even the free Discord, we got some chat channels in there as well. And remember, if you sign to any of the exchanges down below, deposit at least $100. Remember to open a support ticket in the Discord with your UID or your email, and we'll give you a free month there. Just go to the support ticket area right here. It has some info on the Discord and all that. So yeah, really appreciate you guys. I think I'm gonna get going. I think that was a pretty good update. Not a ton more to kind of talk about right now, but check those things out down below. Always appreciate you guys liking the video as well, subscribing to the channel. So I'll see you guys really soon.